I didn't know where else to go.
What's going on?
Marty, I have to ask you something. And you have to be truthful. Is Andrew having an affair? Marty, please, if you know something.
Why are you asking me?
Because you and Andrew are close, and you notice things, and he talks to you.
But no, I mean, not about, I don't understand.
Marty, you're upset. You know something, don't you? Marty, are you hiding something from me?
Hank would have to promise that I would go there and make a speech on a day like this.
I know you hate leaving today.
Well, Rebecca's missing. Todd disappeared from his hospital
Why
bed.
don't you call and cancel?
Because I can't. Hank already promised, and these people have been working to give him statewide exposure. I wish it was a better day. That's all.
You don't think Rebecca stabbed Todd, do you?
No. No, and I never did, but she has to have information that we need to know. She had the knife. She saw the guy. She said he had on a black ski mask. I'll bet you anything that he's the same guy that raped those two nurses and attacked her in the park.
You know, it's hard thinking of Todd Manning as the victim here. Unless someone methodically framing him up and then trying to kill him.
Yeah, somebody set him up very carefully, if it is a setup. But I think it's possible if somebody hated Todd enough to go to this much trouble to plan it.
Doesn't exactly narrow down the list of possible suspects, does it? People who hate Todd Manning?
Friends and brothers declining no more. Can't take any more, no more. KAD until hate. Kill him, Todd. It was you the whole time. Well, I'm coming to get you, Powell. Powell, Lord the Pure. You who made Rebecca feel so safe. Come on, Powell! Where are you? Come and get me! Where are you, Powell?
Everyone's gone for Thanksgiving. No one will find us here.
I feel like I'm drowning, you know? I feel like my head is just going to explode. Pal, I can't sleep, and I'm just so confused about everything.
It's okay. It will be anyway. Come here. I will take care of everything. Just let me take care of you, all right?
I swore we'd never do this again.
I know it happened. It just
How
happened.
can you say that? This can't just happen. We can't do this.
Look, I told you, Marty's not coming back.
Yes, Dylan, you told me twice. I'm in here for a beer. I really don't understand why that bothers you.
No, that doesn't bother me. You drink all the beer you want, Reverend. But instead of waiting on Marty, I just thought you might want to be home with your wife.
What is it, Marty?
I'm sorry. I've been going through so much lately, and I didn't expect anyone to be here. You really caught me off guard. This sounds so serious. What makes you think that Andrew might be having an affair?
Well, I went to talk to him at the church, and he seemed upset.
Upset?
Yeah, he seemed upset and nervous, but he didn't want to talk. And I know that he wasn't alone, Marty.
Well, what did he say? I mean, did you ask?
Yeah, he said there were some tourists there interested in the architecture at St. James.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
I know it was a woman.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that...
She left these.
Okay, but doesn't mean... I mean, they're just gloves, Cass.
They're beautiful.
Oh, they're nice, but what difference does it make?
Those gloves belong to somebody who has money and who has style.
Oh, so what? So some rich dilettante left her gloves at the church. I don't know why you're making this into such a big deal.
Because I know. I just know that Andrews left me in his heart. Marty, please, if you know anything, I'm begging you, please tell me. I mean, I know, Marty, you're my best friend, and I know that sometimes friends try to protect their friends from information that is painful, and I'm asking you not to do that. Because if you know something, do you know whether there's another woman in Andrew's life? I mean, do you know who those gloves might belong to?
Powell, I was so angry, and I was so confused, and I thought Todd was the devil, and...
Rebecca, Todd wasn't stabbed because of your prayer.
So you don't think it was my fault? Even though I petitioned the Lord?
No, it was not your fault.
That's what Andrew said, too. So the man in the ski mask, the one I saw coming out of Todd's room, it was his fault.
I don't think you have to figure out all the answers right now. Not yet. We can figure it out all later. You know, right now you should lie down, okay?
Hal, am I wrong? Am I wrong to hide from the police?
No, we will go down there together when you've had your rest. You're not in any condition now to deal with the cops or any of their questions.
You're right. You're right. I don't want to talk to the police. They'll just confuse me. And I need to figure out what's happening.
Right, so that's why you should lie down and just take it easy.
Do you know Bo Buchanan's phone number?
Yeah, I know Bo's number. Why do you want to call him?
Well, I want to let him know that I'm okay. And I want to let him know that I will talk to him as soon as I feel better.
You know, that's a great idea. It is, but you shouldn't tell him where you are or who you're with. They won't give you any rest, you know? Here. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's ringing.
Hello?
Hello, Bo. This is Rebecca Lewis.
Rebecca? Where are you? We need to ask you some questions.
I had to go away. A retreat. There's a church group I know. Just for a day or two. You see, I have to be alone for a while till things become clear again.
What kind of things?
All kinds of things.
Rebecca, listen, we know that you didn't stab Todd, but we have to know what you saw so we can catch the guy who did. Do you think it's the same man that attacked you in the park?
I don't know. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I don't.
Are you sure you're all right?
I'm exhausted. But that's all. I'll be back soon.
Rebecca, wait.
I'm still here.
Let's make a definite date, okay? Tomorrow at noon at my office.
Okay. That'll be fine. Bye.
You did the right thing, telling Bo you were away. Now no one will even try to find us here.
last year. Powell doing with a playbook. This is really weird. This is really weird. What is he? My things! Rent the room in my name! Kill more. This isn't just a setup. This is sick. This is sick. This is a sick game, Powell. But I got news for you. This game's over. All I want to know is if you goons have found Rebecca yet.
She's fine. She's safe.
Well, what does that mean? Have you seen her? Is she all right?
She's safe, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
Good. I hope you're right. Because I know who raped those women, and I know who tried to kill me.
Where are you?
I'm fine. I'm safe. And give me Buchanan. I want to talk to a grown-up.
Okay, get this straight, Manning. If you have something to say to the Landview PD, you can say it to me. The commissioner's not here. So, what's on your mind?
All right.
Who's your suspect, Sherlock?
Powell Lord.
That is really funny. I mean, that is really hysterical. In fact, I'm hysterical.
I'm not joking around here.
Okay, you want to tell me why it's Powell Lord?
Because I'm sitting in a Fleabag hotel that he rented in my name with my things all over the place, and there's enough evidence here for the rest of your life. You gotta take one look at this place and you know that Lord is the one that did it and he is trying to set me up.
Sounds kind of convenient, doesn't it? Look, how do I know you're not setting this up yourself?
Great. This is great. I tell you who it is, and you still won't do anything. Fine. You don't want to help me. I'll do it by myself.
Don't! Todd!
Here you go.
Thank you. Powell, I know that you were trying to help me before, but I was even more confused than I am now. I'm sorry I pushed you away. You're so good to me. I wish...
What do you wish?
I wish I'd never met Todd. Nothing's been the same since I let him into my life.
I know. He took my soul, too. Right in this room.
Your turn, pal.
Yeah, this one we know Marty's got the hots for. Mr. Powell Lord III. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, pal.
Do it.
God. God. He won't help you. Or she.
Look, either you do it or you're not the man we thought you were.
Either you do it or you're not a man, period. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Come on.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it, pal. Come on, pal. Do it. Do it, pal. Come on. Come on, pal. Do it. Do it.
What is it? Did you hear something?
In this room, right in this room, Todd took my soul from me.
Oh, God, is this the room where Marty was raped?
Yes. Right here. He destroyed my life.
Powell, why did you bring me here? What's going on?
Wish Rebecca would have told me where she is.
I hate to say this more than you know, but if you don't hit the road soon...
What, are you trying to get rid of me?
Oh, I just figure the sooner you go away, the sooner you'll come back to your baby's arms.
I'm out of here.
Promise me you'll come back, or try as soon as you can tomorrow?
Promise.
All right. Bring me flowers?
Yes.
All right. Oh, which reminds me, I'm supposed to remind you about sending flowers for Vicky and Sloane's wedding tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. I'll call from the car. I'll order those. I talked to Vicky. We both decided it really wouldn't be appropriate for me to show up at the ceremony. I want to wish him well anyway, so I think flowers every month for a year, I think it's a great idea.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
I'm getting another great idea right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
About what?
You and I were going to talk about setting a date. Don't you remember?
A wedding date?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, that's not entirely correct. We were going to talk about, talking about setting a wedding date.
So talk.
Dylan, you know, we hardly know each other. But I want to set you straight. This attitude that you're giving me about Marty, I'm just not in the mood. So back off.
Well, let me tell you something about myself, Reverend. There are two kinds of folks I have no patience for. Those are cheaters and hypocrites. Now, if you want to know anything else about me, well, you just ask.
Worst thing is not knowing. Marty, please, if you know something.
I have no idea whose gloves those are. But I do know this. There's no other woman in Andrew's life. I'm sure of that.
I hope you're right. But I wouldn't even blame him, you know. Look at everything I put him through, Marty. Maybe Andrew found someone when I was so... After William died, when Andrew had to put me into St. Anne's, I was lost, you know? What if Andrew needed someone?
Andrew's only thought when you were in St. Anne's was to find some way to help you.
I've been such a burden to him. I just... a stone on his...
Stop doing that to yourself.
He's been so concerned about his father, and I haven't even been able to help him. I've been so busy with River, and we've had so many pressures on us, you know. Maybe he found someone who could give him something more than
I know, Cassie, I know. That the whole time that you weren't feeling well, Andrew kept loving you every minute of every day, without hesitation, just like he has from the minute he saw you. And I also know that he would never do anything to jeopardize his family. He loves you and the baby way too much to ever risk losing you.
Thanks. It helps to hear you say that.
It's not in him to betray you, to betray his marriage. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, you're right. He couldn't. Thank you so much for setting me straight.
Well, he loves you, Cassie. He would do anything for you. You just remember that.
Yeah, I will. It's, I love him so much.
I know you do.
Kill me if I thought I was losing him to someone else.
Well, it's not gonna happen. You just go home, put your arms around him and just tell him how much you love him. Well, I've never had such a good friend. Me neither. Okay. Bye. What do you want?
Open the door, Marty. I gotta talk to you.
About what?
I need your help.
I only brought you here because I knew no one would bother us.
But why would you bring me to the same room where Marty was raped? I mean, this must be terrible for you.
It is. But there's a reason for it. I was brought here. This is where I'm supposed to be.
But why?
Because this is where it happened. The first time. This is where it all started.
You mean the rape?
This is where Todd poisoned me. He got under my skin and infected me and made it so that I can't get away from him.
But you did. You turned your whole life around.
No, that's just it, Rebecca. I never got away. That's why I had to come here. And that's why I needed you to be here. I'm lost, too. And I have to find my way back. But I can't do it unless you're there with me. I need your help, please. I need your help before something terrible happens again. Please, help me. Please.
Are you Mommy's baby?
I'm fine. I will be.
Powell, what did you mean? Before something terrible happens again? What?
Nothing. It's just, I meant... Ever since I met Todd, terrible things have happened.
Oh, yes, that's true.
And like you said, when Todd came into your life, he brought the darkness with him.
I know, and... What?
You're the best thing that's ever happened to me my whole life. And I lost you. I lost you because of Todd.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It's not your fault. We can work our way back together again. We can. We can, please. Can't we do that right now? Get back to what we had before, when everything between us was pure and soft and innocent.
I don't know.
We can get to a place where Todd can't ever touch us again. Where we won't even remember his sight or his sound. Please. Will you go there with me, Rebecca?
What do you want?
I found him. I know who raped those women.
Call the cops.
No, they won't listen to me. I need you to help prove it, Marty. They'll listen to you.
What are you talking about?
Just come with me and I'll show you.
You expect me to go anywhere with you?
Yeah, because this guy is an old friend of yours.
You're crazy.
It's Powell.
You are
I'm not
crazy.
kidding you. It's the poster boy for rape rehab himself. Come on, come with me. I'll show you what your buddy Powell is capable of.
You just get out of here right now. You go.
Look,
Or
Marty,
I'll call the cops.
I'm begging you. I'm begging you. You must love that, huh? I'm begging you for your help. Cops will never listen to me. I already called them, but they'll listen to you. And if you don't help me, he's gonna keep doing what he's been doing. Maybe worse. Now, come on now. We gotta hurry. Or he's gonna get back to the hotel and he's gonna destroy all the proof.
You give me one good reason why I should be...
Because it's the truth, Marty. I'm telling you the truth. That's all that I have. He raped those nurses, he attacked Rebecca, and he tried to kill them. He tried to kill... I know you don't give a damn about me. But I'm still scared about Rebecca. He could still hurt her. He could still hurt a lot of people, Marty.
You should be at the hospital.
Well, I'm not. I'm here, and I'm trying to help Rebecca. And I need you to help me, Marty. I swear to you, I'm not gonna hurt you. You're my personal blood donor, after all. Could need you again. Maybe sooner than I'd planned. Well, are you coming with me or not?
Well, let's try and be practical here.
Practical?
Yeah, I mean, if we were supposed to set a wedding date, then, you know, we should pick a date, theoretically.
Yeah, in theory.
Right? Yeah, so when would this theoretical wedding date be? I mean, hypothetically speaking, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. How about here?
No, can't. The American Law Conference in Monterey. Huh?
Oh.
Okay, what about here?
It's so hot that time of year, though, honey.
Oh.
Ah,
Bo Buchanan. Academy Awards.
how could I? Oh. Huh?
No, absolutely not. It's muddy, then. I don't want to drag my virginal white gown through the mud.
You're gonna wear a white gown?
Do you have a problem with that?
No. No, not at all.
Okay.
You have a problem committing to a date? You don't really want to get married, do you?
Do you?
In a study in the...
Dawn, I don't know what you think you know about Marty and me, but ever since I came in here, you've been making a lot of insinuations, and I'm really sick of it.
Andrew! Andrew, the baby's... not interrupting anything, am I?
No, no, not at all. Oh, good to see you again, Cassie. Boy, Reverend, you are one lucky guy.
Thanks.
Hey.
Hey.
Everything okay? Baby all right?
Yep.
Hey,
The baby is fine, Andrew.
so, what's up?
Andrew, can you ever forgive me?
I mean, things have a way of changing when you get locked in.
Locked in?
Oh, you know, wait a minute. You know what I mean. I mean, things change when you get married.
I know they do. I don't blame you for your hesitation, because I think I'm jinxed.
You? You're a jinx?
Let's face it, honey. My marital track record reads like a disaster report. The government ought to send National Guard troops to my weddings.
Well, that'd be nice if they could do that cross swords thing.
No, I'm serious. You know, I worry all the time that if we really did get married, something awful would happen to you. Now, I've been through that, and if anything ever happened to you...
Shh. I'm tragedy-proof, remember? I beat a brain tumor.
We weren't married yet.
Hey, my hesitation has nothing to do with you. I certainly don't like to admit that there's something I don't do well.
As far as I'm concerned, you do everything well.
Well, I'm really, 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 really lousy at being married. I don't want to make the same stupid mistakes I made when I was married to Hank, you know. Really stupid, dumb, really stupid, dumb mistakes.
Oh, honey, you don't have to worry. Here, once you're married to me, you're gonna have a whole bunch of brand new, really stupid, dumb mistakes to make, so. There. I gotta go make a speech.
Oh, you hurry back. I hate to sleep alone. I just don't want to keep my feet warm.
I'll miss you like crazy. I love you like crazy.
Oh, God, for that. Wow.
It's Andy Harrison. Is Bo there?
Oh, no, he just left to go to Philadelphia to give his speech.
Great.
Wait, you want me to try and get a hold of him?
No, thanks. It's just that I think I really made a big mistake, and I I just wanted to talk to him.
Can I do anything to help?
Maybe you can. How well do you know Powell Lord III?
Pretty well.
Nora, I'm going off duty. Can I come over and talk to you?
Sure.
Powell, we can't go back. It wouldn't be fair of me to tell you that we could go back to something that was a lie to begin with.
What lie?
No, you said it yourself. Todd was always there. From the beginning, every time I was with you, he was always beneath the surface. He was like a demon. I don't know. I just know that he won. I feel dead inside. It's like he drained all the life out of me. And he won.
No. You're just exhausted. You need your rest. I'm tired too. We need our strength. So Todd won't win. So we'll get our rest, and tomorrow we'll talk about this again. No, tomorrow we will. We'll find a way back. We'll find a way to drive Todd out of our lives for good. Together, we will drive him away. I know. All right.
Tomorrow? I can't even think about tomorrow. But we will pray.
Yes, we'll pray together. But now you need your rest, okay? Regain your strength. So just lie down. There you go. Shh. It's okay. You'll see. Tomorrow, everything will be all right. We'll drive out the demon together.
Andrew, I have been such a dope.
Dope? Can't imagine that. What happened?
I convinced myself that you were having an affair. But don't worry, Marty straightened me out.
Marty?
Yeah, thank God I have such good friends, Andrew. I went to see her, and she reassured me, and she said there was flat out impossible that you would betray me like that, that it's totally against your nature.
Marty said that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I knew, Andrew, I knew that. I knew that in my heart, I knew that that was true. Can you forgive me?
Forgive me? I'm sorry I ever made you doubt me.
No, Andrew, it's not you. It's not you, it's me. I was the one who got all... Dance with me.
Dance?
Mm-hmm. Come on, Andrew. Your father's marrying Vicky tomorrow, and I just realized I have married the most wonderful man in the world, and I think that is cause to celebrate, don't you think?
Powell rented the room in my name. I don't know where he got those.
Oh, my God.
Don't touch him.
There's a windbreaker over there on the chair. A bunch of extra black pairs of pants, black sneakers.
is totally... Well, you have no proof that this is Powell's room and that this has anything to do with him.
Come on, Marty, look, that's my stuff, my KAD stuff, my football stuff. I mean, who else could have gotten that besides Powell? Right. Here.
Oh, my God. It's like he just completely came apart.
You believe me now?
Call the cops.
Oh, Andy, don't be so hard on yourself. I'm sure once you explain it to Bo, he'll completely understand the way you reacted. But you can take my word for it. Powell Lord III is not the rapist you're looking for.
That's a relief.
No, he's made a lot of great mistakes in his life, but he's worked them through, and I'm sure it's not him.
Well,
boy, am I sure.
Thank you so much, Nora. Really appreciate it, but I gotta get back to the station.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Bye-bye.
I tried to make up for it. I thought I put it behind me until today.
What happened today?
I went to Rhodey's and I saw Todd there and he put his hands on Rebecca's shoulders and I don't know what happened, Nora. Just something snapped and I could have killed him.
Well, you didn't, right?
I could have. I came this close.
Well, it's perfectly understandable that you were upset, very upset. I mean, I don't blame you, it's Todd.
No, Nora, I really lost it. I'm not making more out of this than there is. It's like this dark, ugly, violent thing in me. It's a part of me. It just suddenly woke up, and there I was. Just like Todd.
You are such a wimp. You'll never get away. You can't. I'm inside you. I am you. And it's a good thing, too, you pansy. Because you're not the one Rebecca loves. I am.